Good morning. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hey, Glenn. First of 2021. Absolutely. Hey, good morning, Jennifer. Happy New Year to you. Good morning, TC. Happy New Year to you, too. Thank you so much. Good morning, Squirrel. Happy New Year to you. 10 minutes sleep must have been party too hard last night. Ha ha ha. You know it. Actually, that wasn't the case at all. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, okay. I slept through it. But also woke up this morning with some internet. Well, also when I got here this morning, there was some internet problems, and yeah. So I don't know. Maybe everybody was streaming so many cool things last night. I know that I started watching a fish show, which was kind of cool, and then next thing I know, I'm over there watching a 1989 um, Dead show, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Brent was so on it, folks. It was crazy. It was wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. It was crazy. It was wonderful. Yeah, so anyway, thank you everybody for joining. I better open up a YouTube stream. So, oh, that's for sure. How is everyone this morning? I am so ill prepared. I have nothing to show. Nothing, nothing, nothing. But when I was in Wake Forest yesterday, I did find a record that I showed yesterday. So I gave it a spin. And I'll show you what it was. This one right here, the Bessie Smith. And I was listening to this yesterday. It's very so it was taken from 78s and transferred to vinyl. So it's got that, it's very lo-fi. It's very lo-fi. I hope somebody can isolate those vocals and add more music and make it sound pretty cool. That would be fabulous. So this New Year's Eve weekend, New Year's Day weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm doing a store-wide sale, and hope to pull some people in with that and make it happen. I don't mind staying later to accommodate people, but scheduled to be here until 5 or 6. I'm in Raleigh today, and see if we can make it happen there. Yeah, yeah. So there we go. And then yesterday, I had a gentleman call me, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. No, must have been Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. And he wanted to bring some records over for evaluation. He was interested in selling them. His brother-in-law died, and so he he wasn't able to lift the records. And I told him, it's okay, just pull up with your car. I'll sneak outside, and I did. And it was raining, and and they had a hatchback, and I hit my head. Um, and then I looked through them, and there's a lot of there was a few good titles, and I brought them in. He came with me and inspected them, and some needed baths like crazy because they had dry mold on them. And I made him an offer. He's like, "No, I want to get $200 for all of them." And I said, "Okay, I wish you well. Thank you so much." And so he took the handful I brought in, and he left. And it was kind of weird. It's kind of strange, but $200 for some records that some were moldy. All needed cleaning, and I don't think there was a inner sleeve at all. He had a Beatles record, Meet the Beatles. It was a second edition. It was mono. What is it, a $20 record? maybe. But so that was interesting. That was interesting. So, but every one of them would require me washing them, and not only that, but clean the covers and inner sleeve, outer bag. That has just been crazy. So anyway, that's what happened there. Um, what else happened? It was cool. Warren came up. Gold City Video. Do you guys? Does anybody follow Gold City Video? Gold City Video. They're in Goldsboro, North Carolina, and they would come and visit with me before the pandemic, and then he messaged me and was looking at a receiver, and I said I got some in Wake Forest, and so I was going to call him and let him know what I had, show him images and stuff like that, because I don't mind meeting him in Selma. Next thing I know, he's showing up at the door. Hey, and he calls me and he comes in and we hang out for a while. It was really cool. He has an interest in VHS. He loves VHS, and so that was really cool. He also likes cassettes, and so that was a fun thing to do. Yeah, yeah. This is number 199. I don't have a current calendar to show you. I haven't gotten my new calendar from Rhino. Start your ear off right. But this is the 2020 calendar, and I'm expecting the other one. And boy, do I miss it already. I guess I could go online and this day in rock history or something like that. This day in music history. Or TC, you might be a little more familiar with Billboard, but does Billboard offer that on their website? Have to check and see. Yeah. So I gotta make that happen. And but tomorrow is number 200, and I'm inviting as many people as possible to join me, and we'll get to a point where we'll just start silently showing records, and hopefully we'll have a little blast as we celebrate Coffee and Vinyl number 200. So there we go. Yeah. Big plans today? Anybody have big plans last night? Okay. Okay. I think on my website, I'm sorry, I can access part of my website that shows some charts and all. Yeah. Or maybe I do have something on my website for everybody to see. I'll check and see. It's not this day in history or anything like that. This day in rock history or this day in music history. But I got to find something because, it is Billboard, and not every artist is on Billboard. I'm sorry, it is Rhino, and not every artist is on Rhino. So I have to check that out and see what's happening. Yeah, looking forward to that too. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Sunday, Sunday night doing the sale, and then tonight I'm joining Donna. She's flipping Frozen. She does a flipping Frozen does a an auction, and I go in there and I do some buy it now stuff, some CDs and vinyl and stuff like that. So I'll be over there tonight making it happen. Yeah, cool things like that. I still got that stack of records I showed yesterday right there, folks, and I got to put those in a box and label them. Shown on Coffee and Vinyl, needs to be washed, processed, and be ready for a wonderful, wonderful sale. I have a couple sites I can send you though. Let me find them again. Okay, that sounds great. Thank you so much, TC. I used to visit a site or two before Rhino started doing this program. Start your ear off right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, I had a mail call. Where is that envelope? I'll find it and I'll show it maybe not tomorrow, but maybe Sunday. When there's holidays, it just kind of really messes up what I'm thinking and not what I'm thinking, but it really messes up days of the week and holidays and things like that. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm looking at my website. We can't access it. We cannot access it. And folks, I'm noticing more and more and more videos being taken down and blocked um, on on YouTube. I got to watch somebody's replay of a live stream or watch their videos, and it's got the warning sign there, so I can't watch those. So I know I'm very careful. Um, yeah, absolutely. I'm very super careful about playing audio, copywritten material on YouTube and things like that. But I do have some cool little YouTube channels that has non-copyright music that's fun to play. I might do that tomorrow. So Raleigh's going to be open today. Wake Forest will be open tomorrow, and Raleigh will be open on Sunday. So I posted on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, Raleigh, about the sale. And then probably tonight I'll post on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, Wake Forest, about the store-wide sale that's happening. So let some people come in and have some good deals for the holiday weekend. And up in Wake Forest, my buddy Brandon, who has Play for Life Comics, we're doing it together. So we're going to try to tag team people from one store to another to check out things. Yeah, and cool things like that. Yesterday, so Two Hip Chicks, they do a Tuesday, Thursday, noon Eastern time, little live chat. And I Wake Forest opens at noon, so sometimes I'm just listening, which I gotta go charge my earbuds. Um, and I was there, and the next thing I knew, I look out the window, Wake Forest, and there was a mama and a daddy, a baby, and three children, maybe the oldest 8 or 10, and they were all standing there wanting to come in and shop. And so the father called, and I said, "Well, I'm allowing 2 people in." I said, "But I'm not allowing children in." "Okay, thank you." They're gone. They're gone. I'm yeah. So I lost potential business. A lot of times I noticed, even before the pandemic, if 2 people came in, it's like one person was interested in records and the other one just stood around like, "Are you ready? We need to go. Um, we're meeting Sarah at 7," and things like that. So, and that's pretty much the how it would be today. Yeah. Hey, good morning, Russell. What is that in there? Is that balloons? Oh, it is. Hope you're doing well up there. Russell, I've had some customers from your neck of the woods buy from me on eBay, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." And of course, I have to keep everything private. And I was like, "I wonder if they know Russell. I wonder if they know Russell." Could be. Could be using a different name, but either way, I know that sucks. Right on the nose, absolutely, right on the nose. I can see it with my right eye. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And then a little later, a lady called, her and 2 girls, her 2 daughters, and they wanted to come in, but they were like 12 and 10. And I said, "Ma'am, you're welcome to come in, but I'm just not allowing children in during the pandemic." And I say that, and that's my rules. But okay, I'll just go over to the grocery store and I'll take not only me but my daughters, and I can go over to that big department store, and I can go in there like crazy, and children can run all over the place, and yeah. So anyway, What can I do, folks? It's scary. I'm scared. I'm scared. I know that I know a family in Wake Forest that's isolating because one of the employers, one of the members where they work, somebody was positive, so they're isolating. Where they work is closed, or where that one member of the family works is closed for a week, and everyone else has been tested. Everyone else is negative, and they're still doing the isolation thing. As I understand, you can be tested today and be negative, but still exposed days before, and then theoretically you could be tested a few days later and be positive. So I don't understand everything, and I don't know all the rules, but they are isolating. And so I that person ordered a record from me. It came in late. Oh, it was so late, folks. It was so late. And I texted him, I messaged him. I said, I know you're home isolating, but can I drop this off on your porch for you? And so I did, but it was raining last night when I left, and it was dark. I couldn't see a thing, and I'm like, "Which house is yours? Is there a car in the yard?" Because you go to Google Maps and it shows you an image, and I'm standing in front of this house, and it's got a different number, but it looks still just like the image. And I was like, "Well, darn! I'm gonna go back to the truck and text him." And then I look at the next house, and I'm like, the houses were very, very similar, and so, and it just so happened he was at the next house. So um, he stepped on the porch, so I could easily identify the house, and I left it on top of the automobile. It wasn't pouring, and I drove away. He came and got it, so it was in it was in plastic anyway. Then I wrapped it up in craft paper, so I think it's okay. Yeah, so that was really neat, and it was fun. It was fun knowing that I did something. Um, it was fun knowing I did something like that. Two hip chicks. TC does this, which is cool. Two hip chicks. I dig it. I like this. THC. There you go. And I got a package in the mail from Two Hip Chicks this week. Yeah, this week. It's that was fun. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I really should get on the ball, and I brought some unloaded my truck. I brought some things from Wake Forest, and I'm doing the my newer pieces and my more desirable new arrivals. Excuse me. I'm taking them from Raleigh to Wake Forest, bringing them back to Raleigh, back and forth like that, so I can have the more fresher, more desirable stuff. And then I'm bringing new pressings from Wake Forest to Raleigh, and then I'm switching them out and taking some from Raleigh to Wake Forest to mix things up. I'm also doing that with Selma too, folks. Yeah. Speaking of Selma, for December, excuse me, please. uh, for December, I had a record for for Selma. It was my best month ever. Yeah, TC, that's something I struggle with all the time. It's a mess. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? And you just do it. You just do it. You just do it. And sometimes it's a charm, other times not. And so I was even editing Google listings this week. Um, what can I do to make them better? And you visit stuff like that. I need to be filing records rather than spending time on Google. But I was making it. I was making a little progress. So if if you have some experience and tips with that, please feel free to pass them on and share them. That's for sure. Yeah. That's for sure. Uh, does anybody have any traditions for today? I know mother was my mother was a superstitious person. I learned a lot about superstitions from my mother, and so of course there were some traditional things that she would cook and eat. Black eyed peas was one of them. Um, I remember one day a conversation between her and my aunt. You want to eat as many black eyed peas as you can because that's how much money you're going to earn for the year. And I'm like, there's no way I can eat 100,000 black eyed peas. What are you guys talking about? And I said, um, perhaps perhaps we can change it. One black eyed peas equals $100 or something like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, in Raleigh there is a hair salon. That's in my front of the building, and my entrance is in the rear of the building. So you have to walk or drive to the rear of the building, and it's all about Google Maps. Oh, you know that. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, it does suck, but hey, at least it shows the building. And sometimes people drive, or walk to the rear of the building. Sometimes they don't. And in the big scheme of things, even though I'm so far behind with rent here in Raleigh, I have very affordable rent. But with that said, if you're not bringing in very much money, um, my dad would say, it's not a bargain if you can't afford it. So it's kind of like, is it a bargain? No. You know. But anyway, it's kind of interesting there. And as far as Wake Forest, I still have the big old sign that says Solid Sounds up. I just tell people I'm in the Solid Sounds building, and they're like, "Oh, okay." But I don't have signage in Raleigh. Yeah, until I put my sandwich board out. Yep, I know. They don't have a good shot. They don't have a shot at all of the back. I mean, I've uploaded images of what my back looks like, and yeah, it's really sad. But it's also the same for my buddies on the next street in a different building, which back alley. You know how that runs into each other, uh, service roads and things like that. Um, her tattoo, dancing, blue moon tattoo. I don't know. She has the same situation. Yeah, and the parking lot isn't even my parking lot. That's the funny thing. It's okay. Hey, 10 years ago we didn't even have that TC, so I'm very thankful for that. And I've seen a lot of websites grow, and so hopefully that'll be the case there. But I totally understand where you're coming from, TC. I totally understand exactly what you're talking about. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Oh, what else is happening? Yeah, it feels like a Sunday morning to me today. Yesterday felt more like a Saturday, and it was good because I saw quite a few people in Wake Forest, and it was really neat. But a lot of businesses were closed. A lot of businesses were closing early. I was going to close at 6, and it was just so quiet downtown, and it was raining. And I was like, at 5:30, I started loading the truck, and then I come and turn off the lights. But I did get a lot of packaging done in Wake Forest yesterday. I I'm taking supplies up there for packaging because when we list things in Wake Forest, it stays in Wake Forest. When we list things in Raleigh, it stays in Raleigh. And so rather than me just bringing it back to Raleigh and packaging it and then shipping it from here, I just go ahead and package it there, slap the label on it. I have a printer right here. I can print my labels in advance, and then I can just run by the post office when I leave. I can put them in the blue box, and if I need to put an LP, I can walk inside and put it in the big bin. Hopper, is that the right name? Hopper. And so that's really cool. It saves a little bit of. It's done, and that way I don't have to go inside the post office when there's people in there. I thought I followed Raleigh Night Kitchen. I love Night Kitchen, folks. They're my buddies. Um, they came over and got Anti-static. Oh, they were saying that some of my Twitter friends or followers or Twitter connections follow this one per cup cafe, and they said that I should join them because some of my other Twit people follow them. And I was like, okay, cool. But since I'm drinking coffee now, I haven't been out to a coffee shop in a while. Other than walking over to Wake Forest Coffee and checking on the records and updating records and putting records out. And I didn't even do that yesterday. They closed it. They closed at 5 yesterday. And yeah, so that was really neat. Yeah. So what was the other superstition? Mom would not wash clothing on Fridays. On New Year's Day. Hey, good morning, Sean. Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much, Sean. I hope you can join tomorrow for number 200. I'm gonna have as many people come in and celebrate and show records, even if we're all just silently showing the records, just showing records. It would be fun just to have a Brady Bunch style of everybody showing records. That would be fun, I think. So I'll have the link in the chat, and I'm only bringing people in that I recognize, folks. So yeah, so there we go. And of course, you're welcome to reach out to me. I'll be glad to send you a link ahead of time, and I will do my best to get in as early as I can and be ready to go 30 minutes early. Gosh, I had to go find batteries for the keyboard. The batteries had died, and yes, same time tomorrow morning. No, 8:30. Let's try 8:30. 8:30 a.m. my time. 8:30. So yeah, 8:30. I was late this morning, Sean. I was running late, so I scheduled it for 8:55, and I don't think I got on here. What was it? TC 9:15, 9:20. Yeah, I was late. Yeah, I was late. I admit. The other thing is, Mom always wanted a man to be the first person that would enter the house outside of family. So she would call the neighbor. He was a really cool neighbor. I loved him to death. He's not with us anymore. His name was Troy B. And so Troy B would come over, and he would come in the house. He said, "Hey, I'm here." And he says, "I'm here now. Let everything happen," or something like that. And Mom would not sweep. Oh, thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. That's cool too, TC. I like that idea too. But I was thinking at least for 2 minutes or so, we can do that because that would be a good little clip sometime just to have, I don't know, 2, 3, 5, 10, as many people as we can, just showing records, for maybe 2 minutes solid. That would be fun. And of course, yeah, I like that idea. We could all talk about, yeah, absolutely. And so Mom would not sweep. Mom probably swept every day. Darn it. She would sweep that house like crazy. And Mom would cook like crazy. In the winter times, Mom would just cook, and the inside of the windows of the house would be all steamed up. Yeah, she cooked, she baked. She was awesome. Yeah, so a talent I didn't get. A talent of making a mess in the kitchen I got, but I didn't get it from her. I don't know who that came from. And so that was really neat. Yeah. Sean, tell us about the band. Were you able to go hear the band last night or today? Or Sean, did you go hear a band recently? How about that? This is some very diluted water juice. I'll put it over here in the water. Let's see. I love this. I love this glass though. I love it, love it, love it. It teaches you recipes for stuff. Hey, let's just see if there's a recipe for a martini on here. Alexander Margarita. I've never. Whiskey sour, Manhattan, daiquiri, Tom Collins, martini, Vermouth. vermouth, gin, lemon twist, ice, add olive or linden. Kingswood, yes. I went and listened to Kingswood on YouTube. So how was it? How many people were there? Did you feel safe? Was everyone masked up? Um, yeah, curious minds need to know. We need to get your theme song video made, and you can run it every morning to start the show. Can we make it like 5 minutes long? I'm all about that, TC. Yeah, and I was thinking that if I did get several people just showing records, not fast, but just like that would be a good little video bite for some type of promotional thing. I think that would be fun. Let's see. Rock band, but they done an acoustic Americana style album recently, so they did a mellow show, and everyone was dressed in country style clothes. Wow, what would be country style clothes for you in Australia? When I think of country style clothes, I think of I think about Western, like cowboys. I think about the movie that had ghillies in it, and I think about the Electric Horseman, cowboy boots and jeans and plaid shirts that had the snap buttons that looked like fake pearls on the outside. Sometimes a bolo, a cowboy hat, um, a big belt buckle that's the size of a saucer, leather belt with type of embossing with intricate patterns, much like a saddle, a western saddle for a horse, like if you're a cowboy. Um, yeah, yeah, probably similar. Okay, cool. Rhinestone, yes, rhinestone suits and string ties. Hee hee. Oh, like Dwight Yoakam? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That would be very cool. Yeah, yeah. Well, that was cool. Yeah. Well, hopefully you had a wonderful time, Sean, and everything was really cool then. So that's good to hear. Cheers, everybody. It's funny because Joe Walsh has a that's a pretty skinny tie. I've seen skinnier, but he has a pretty skinny tie there. Justin Bieber's still doing his crazy. I hear a crow. I don't think I've ever heard a crow here. At home, I hear a lot of crows. But yeah, thank God the rain has slowed down for this morning's from getting here this morning. More the Porter Wagner style than Dwight Yoakam. Porter Wagner had some killer, killer suits. Yes, he did. And he had a pretty killer girl sitting on the side, to his side too. So there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Folks, I think I'm gonna get started. I think I'm gonna file some records and try to clear some more foot space. So I came in last night to drop off stuff and also to check on the mail, and they didn't pick up my packages, and so I have 2 large boxes that I need to put somewhere until tomorrow. Um, I might make a recycle run after I close today, and then take the small stuff and put in the hoppers um, in Raleigh. But I can't put those big boxes in there. Postal Service is closed today. If Steve was here, we would talk about it. I think the word you're looking for is hideous. Ha ha! Well, it's 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 just so attractive. I mean, it's just so interesting. I think it's a wonderful style of clothing, and I'm going to bring some of those tomorrow and show. Yeah, as you know, I am TC. I am TC. And TC, I was gonna reach out. I know that you're trying to get your phone. I mean, your computer and your camera communicating. But can you do anything with your phone or your if you have a tablet, can you do anything like that as far as um, a StreamYard with your phone? I'll be glad to do a test private StreamYard that's not broadcasted for you sometime today if you wanted to give that a try. Yeah, that'd be cool. Absolutely. Hideous. There's a lot of things that are cool that I don't think I would be wearing, and things like Nashville always had interesting fashions. Absolutely, and maybe sometimes when Charlie Grace comes on, we can, well, not this year, but well, not 2020, but maybe she can tell maybe she can tell us some stories of what it was like in 2019 with people in public, grocery stores, department stores, um, restaurants, bars, and how people would dress, and was it just an outfit to wear when they were, I'm a country singer, or was that 24/7 for them? I would like to know that. I know that the punk rockers here in Raleigh, they wear punk rockers all the time. Yeah. I'm going to use my laptop tomorrow if I can get my webcam to work. I know it works. I've used it for Microsoft Teams without a problem. Great team. There you go. And then I'm going to get my mess together because I'm going to start a new contest for the month of January, which is January now. But we'll kick it off on Monday, and I'll give you guys some ideas. And I'd like to hear some ideas from you people. I'm going to put my email address in the chat. Which I think everybody pretty much knows my email address if you've been here 3 times. Um, um, Give me some ideas of what you think the contest should be, how the rules should be, how the points should be. I want to do something a little different than last time. And yeah, yeah. I'd like to hear some feedback from that. And I'll reach out to Yolanda and Myrie Lane and some of the other people who participated in the contest. Because I think it'd be good for everybody to have the opportunity to be able to win a package. Mike Sweeney, no, Mike did something different. Oh, I think he participated. Excuse me, I think he participated. Anyway, folks, I got about an hour to get ready, and I gotta put things away and hide things, and I'm gonna try to file some things and clear the floor. And I got rid of this box right here. I gotta get this box of records that I went through coffee and vinyl, but I need to wash, process, and get them ready for a sale. It won't be this Sunday night, but it'll be one night. And then my goal is to do 20-minute record sales or 20-minute CD sales, as many nights as I possibly can, or continue with that. I don't like to do I resolve to do this or do that. So I just want to do it. One thing I will say about, it is 2021 and it's January 1st, and we do have a new year. Do you ever think, will this be the year that I do this, or will this be the year that this happens, or will this be? And it's in some regards, I think that's a little silly, but sometimes I think about it. Like this morning, I was thinking, will this be the year that things will turn around for me? And I will say, folks, if it wasn't for pandemic, I wouldn't have met a lot of you guys on here. I wouldn't have met TC. I may have. It may have been slower, but during the pandemic, meeting TC, meeting Sean, meeting a lot of other people on here has just been awesome. And Russell, Jennifer Hayes, Glenn Swamp Picker, I knew Squirreled Away, and so I knew Dawn, but I didn't know her that well. Peace out. Peace out. Yeah. So anyway, so there we go, folks. I'm going to run. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. See you soon.